Hi, my name is Emma. I'm one of the dietitians from UnityPoint Health, Peoria.
My name is Carly.
My name is Colleen.
And today we have brought you a lineup of healthy additions to your day. These could be snacks, these could be meal components, whatever you choose. But we like to select them because they are good sources of protein, they are good sources of fiber, and they are low in added sugar and added sodium. So we are going to go through this lineup one by one and talk to you about how it can fit as a snack or in your meal.
I'm going to talk about some healthy snacks that you can have at home, or you can have at work, or you can have at school. First thing I'm going to talk about is hummus, which is very popular in the Mediterranean diet, if you've heard of that, because it's made of a lot of ingredients that are popular in the Mediterranean diet. It's traditionally made with chickpeas, which is a good source of fiber, good carbs, and protein. It's also usually made with garlic and some olive oil, and also some tahini sauce, which is like a sesame paste. You can have a lot of different things with hummus. You can have some multi-grain crackers like these right here. These are multi-seed crisps. They're only 160 calories for this whole bag, but this would be something that would be nice to dip into your hummus, as well as some 100% whole wheat pita bread, or if you would like to mix or dip your vegetables into the hummus as well, such as some carrots, some celery, some cucumber. And what I would recommend is when you go to the grocery store and you're buying your vegetables, when you come home, wash your vegetables, cut everything up, put them in a see-through container, and put them in your refrigerator so they're all ready to go for the week. So not only can you dip your vegetables in hummus, if you're one of those who you like to dip your vegetables in some ranch dressing, we have another option for you. So we have this dressing. It's made by Bolthouse Farms. It is a yogurt-based dressing. It's delicious. They have all different kinds of flavors. This one is a creamy Caesar dressing, but they also have a creamy ranch. They have a cilantro avocado. They even have a mango chipotle, which is delicious. So if you would like to dip your vegetables into the creamy ranch dressing, this would be a lot better option because it is a lot less in calories and fat. So the ranch dressing that's made from Bolthouse has 45 calories per serving, which is 2 tablespoons, and 3 grams of fat, versus the Hidden Valley Ranch, which is 140 calories and 14 grams of fat. So that's a big difference. We also have vinaigrettes that you can add to your salad that's also made by Bolthouse. This is only 30 grams per serving, so 30 calories per serving, which is 2 tablespoons. We also have some cottage cheese here. This is a 2% low-fat cottage cheese. You can also get 1% cottage cheese and no-fat cottage cheese. This one here is 1% cottage cheese, and this is also reduced sodium. So if you're watching your sodium, this is a really good option for you. There's 13 grams of protein per half of a cup of cottage cheese. This would be a great snack or a great addition to your lunch or dinner.
So as Colleen mentioned, cottage cheese is a great source of protein. And you can go the savory route with it. You can add tomatoes and salt and pepper, but you can also go the sweet route. A lot of people combine cottage cheese with things like cantaloupe. In front of me, I've got some apples, bananas, and berries, and those can easily be combined with cottage cheese for a healthy snack. It can also be combined with something like yogurt. What I have right here is a Greek yogurt. It is a specific brand. This is Siggy's brand. It is a very thick Greek yogurt that is low in sugar. All of the Siggy's options are very low in sugar. They contain live and active cultures, which means they have probiotics, which help your gut. And they also are sweetened with fruit, or they contain real fruit in the yogurt. So you can mix that with maybe some raspberries, maybe some cut up banana. You can also mix your yogurt with granola. You have to be careful with granola because fat and sugar can often hide in granola. But it is usually a source of whole grain because you are using things like brown rice crisps or rolled oats. So this particular granola is by Bare Naked. and it is an almond vanilla flavor. It is very low in fat for granola, and all of the fat is unsaturated or healthy fat. And it is also low in sugar. It only has 4 grams of sugar for 1/4 cup. So you can easily add that to your granola, maybe with a little bit of fruit for a healthy snack. Bringing that rolled oats over for another meal, I've got a quick breakfast option for you. This is a mason jar of overnight oats. So what I have done here is mixed 1/2 cup rolled oats, 1 tablespoon chia seeds, 1/3 cup plain Greek yogurt, 1/3 cup skim milk, 1 tablespoon of peanut butter, and half a banana. I mixed it, I let it sit overnight, and as you can see, it has gelled up. So this is a great, quick breakfast option that you can prep the night before. As you can see, it's very portable. This whole container contains 430 calories and 23 grams of protein, so it is a great breakfast option. It also has 12 grams of fiber because of the whole grain oats and because of the chia seeds and banana. Obviously, the apple and banana can also be portable options for snacks. They don't have a lot of protein, but they are great sources of fiber and some natural sweetness. Finally, I want to touch on some granola bars. These all contain protein. There are granola bars that are just carbohydrates. They really just have the rolled oats or the Rice Crisps, and there are protein bars. There are so many options, it's easy to get confused, so we're just going to talk about 4 brands in particular. The first I'm going to touch on is Cliff. You've probably seen Cliff bars before. These are a good source of protein and whole grain, but I want you to think about these like an exercise food. The reason they're called Cliff bars is they are made for that slow, sustained release of energy. So they're great for hiking. They're great if you're planning on doing some mountain climbing in your spare time. But when you're just going about your regular day, I would recommend maybe splitting this bar in half and eating it at 2 separate times during the day. It has a lot of energy. The next one we're going to talk about are Luna bars. So these are just 2 options. They're very similar makeup. They're just 2 different sizes. So Luna bars are a great source of protein, and they are also enriched. They're enriched kind of with vitamins and minerals that target women. So they've got a lot of B vitamins. They've got some of those vitamin C, vitamin D, and nutrients that are specifically for women like folate. But they're very tasty, and they're a good source of protein, and they do contain dietary fiber. The next one I want to touch on is Kind bars. These probably look familiar because it is literally almonds held together with chocolate. A lot of the nuts and spices options are nuts and seeds held together with honey, with rice syrup, with glucose syrup. So they do contain some sugar, but they also contain protein from the nuts and seeds, and they contain healthy fats from the nuts and seeds. So this is a good snack if you want to stay full for a little bit longer. Finally, I want to touch on Nature Valley. Nature Valley has a variety of protein or granola bar options. This one is their protein bar. It is a peanut butter almond flavor, and it has a good amount of protein. It has 10 grams. It also has some healthy fats, but be careful when you're choosing some of these bars because they do have added fiber. So this one, for example, I think it has 5 grams of fiber per this one bar. That might be a little bit too much for some people's stomachs, so you just got to be aware. But it is a good source of protein. These are all good snack options.
Now we're going to go through some snacks that will help those of you that may have that craving for something a little salty and a little crunchy mid-afternoon. So I'm going to start off here with some popcorn. Remember, popcorn is not all created equal. We need to stay away from the popcorn with that load of butter on it. I chose here Skinny Pop. This is one of my favorites. The only ingredients in the Skinny Pop is a little bit of oil, salt, and of course the corn. There is 100 calories in this. There are 2 grams of fiber and 2 grams of protein, making this a perfect light snack, maybe to accompany this fruit out here. Next, something crunchy and salty, one of my favorites, is this edamame here. So edamame is the soybean before it hits the hardening phase. This right here, the sea salt edamame, 1/3 cup packs a lot of protein, 9 grams of protein to be exact. And it also contains 4 grams of fiber. And the good thing about the edamame, it is a soy product, so it is a complete protein, which means it contains all the essential amino acids. So that is a perk about these. And these can be found anywhere. There's different varieties. Some just have sea salt, some have different flavorings, so keep your eye out for this. Next, I'm going to go through just a tuna packet. You can either buy tuna in the can, tuna in the packet, but remember to go for the tuna in water. Stay away from the tuna in the oil because that's just added fat that we do not need. So the good thing about this little packet here, it's ready to go, ready to throw on maybe some whole wheat crackers or some lettuce. And this contains 80 calories and it's packed with lots of protein, 14 grams of protein. So a lot of you may have a salad for lunch, but sometimes you're lacking some protein, so this would be a quick, easy fix to throw onto your salad. Another thing, hard-boiled eggs. So going along with a salad you may have, you could throw on a hard-boiled egg for some added kick of protein. The good thing about eggs is also it's a complete protein. It has 70 calories per 1 large egg, and it contains 6 grams of protein. And they're nutrient-packed, but make sure you eat the yolk and the white together because the yolk does contain the bulk amount of the nutrients. So we definitely need all the parts of the egg in our diet. Last but not least is something that we need to pair our meals and snacks with and continuously drink throughout the day is water here. But some of you may be thinking water is boring. I agree with you sometimes, but if you try infusing your water with some fruit, for instance, we have actually some raspberries and some fresh mint from our garden, you can really jazz up this boring flavor, no taste water, and you can try drinking more of it since it tastes a little better to you. So you should have over 64 ounces a day if you can. That means 8 cups of water. So here you have it. Lots of assortments of some great healthy snacks and meal components, but there are lots more out there, so make sure you do your investigating when you're in the store.